Welcome everybody. It's Jada on piano, where we make music, make sense. Let me see. I think they changed. Let me do this. Here's where I can do this. Okay. It's gonna say I think they changed it a little bit. Here we go. I think you can hear me now. There we go. You know how we do at the beginning. Welcome everybody. Make sure you can hear me. Open my little thing. I want to be able to see. Okay, so we have. I need to be playing the track. Let me know if you can hear it. I think they changed how they did this. Let me see something. Let me know if you can hear the track. Let me know if you can hear the track, the piano, and me. I was gonna say I lost my. Ian is saying, hey. Ian, I'm trying to stretch my screen out here so that y'all can see better. And then, let me see. I'm just resizing some stuff. Let me go back. Let me let y'all hear that again. Ian, let me know if you can hear me since you're the first one that has responded. Can you hear me? Can you hear the track? And then I'll put it back for the piano in a second. Trying to resize this for y'all. Okay. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, what about the piano? It's the last thing real quick. Think I fixed it all up this week, y'all. You didn't hear the track. Okay. It is playing. Well, that's not cool. Hold on. Comedy Club. Good morning from the United States of South Africa. Well, good evening from the United States. Let me see. How about now? Can you hear the track now? Can you guys hear the track? Because I see it playing, but tell me, can you hear it now? You hear the piano, but you didn't hear the track. Okay, it's playing now, so just anytime y'all tell me. I'll let it play one more time because it's playing now, but okay, you're hearing it now. All right, cool. So
We're getting ready to get started because it's time. Let me go ahead. I want to stop it long enough here, real quick. Couple of things. So somebody said, let me see, Comedy Club said, good morning from United States of South Africa. Coming to you. I don't always say where I'm from, but I'm going to reference another place. So I am in the great city of Dallas, Texas. That's where I live now. But I want to say something special about this video. This is kind of cool. When I found it, I was looking, I was like, that guy looks kind of familiar. And sure enough, this guy over here, right here, this is none other than Gavin Rohn. I'm not sure if you guys know who that is, but Gavin is from Kansas City, and that is my hometown. Now, I don't know Gavin personally. I know his cousins. I know his friends, you know, all the people in the music scene. But anyway, we're both from the same city. So this is really cool to be able to get to do something with some hometown roots with it. And we're going to jump in. Gavin is an incredible singer. I do believe he lives in the LA area now, which is why I missed him when I was in college in Indiana. That's when, you know, he was in the scene a lot in Kansas City, and then he had moved out to the LA area, and then I came back to Kansas City for a while, and then I've moved here to Texas. So yeah, we just, you know, missed crossing paths. But yeah, Kansas City guy. I'm seeing Ian. He said he is from Jamaica. Ian, beautiful country. I have been to, let me see, Ocho Rios, Moon Palace. I know this is totally off the subject. Moon Palace. It was a beautiful area. I went there for a wedding, but it was a couple, maybe like three and a half years ago now. Absolutely beautiful. I need another trip to Jamaica. It was incredible. Anyway, let's get on to the music. We've got Gavin Rohn. We've got Rodney East. We're gonna see if I can do this. We need the key. We need the note. So let's grab this key. We know how we do it. We've got to hear enough of this. Oh, and the song. We know this song. This is, Ian says he's living in Ocho Rios. That is pretty cool. Let me see. It was the Moon Palace I stayed at. Incredible place. We know this song. This song is Victory Belongs to Him by Todd Delaney. I don't remember the name of the album, but that's the name of the song. I think that song is in E flat. Something like that. So we know the song, right? That is Victory Belongs to Him. Now let's see what we expect here from that. Boy, this is a world full of coincidences. Ian says his wife works at the Moon Palace. I love that place. The food was great. Everything. You got me reminiscing about. Ooh. Okay, it's coming up to the dun, so dun, 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 dun. I tried to get it just from, I couldn't pull it together. I'm sorry, y'all. So the key is A. We heard the note, and that's the key. All right. Now we need the notes in A. I don't think we've done much in A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. There we go. Now we need the chords. Oh, we need the 7 chords, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the last one, half diminished, and then, sorry, major. You're not hearing I'm not playing it yet. I was playing you said you weren't hearing it. You lost it again? What? How about now? gonna see if we can get that. Can you hear it now? He said not hearing. Okay. I'm gonna start it over, but I'm gonna let it run. As soon as you hear it, go ahead, because there's obviously a little delay from between you hearing and me hearing. So hold on. I'm gonna let it play. I was running it back real quick. And okay, it's playing, and I'm gonna change my sources real quick. I don't want to take too long here. Let's see. How about that one? Let me know if you can hear now. Still playing, still playing. Still not hearing. So he wasn't hearing that whole time. Okay. Wait a minute. You hear it now, but I didn't even change anything. I wonder why it keeps going in and out. That's wild. Okay, I'm not gonna switch anything because you said you can hear it now. We should not have this. We should not have this. Okay, so we're in A. We're gonna jump into this. We're already 15 minutes past the hour. I know you guys are patiently waiting. Let's jump. Victory belongs. So this is gonna be tough because Rodney, you know he's a beast, and his production skills are second to none. Victory. Okay. Oh, I think we're hearing an E major. See, he's starting out and he's not even in the key. Well, let's check. Victory. We got it like this. Okay. So we've got this chord. Remember, I'm looking for the bass note, and I'm looking for the melody note, and then I'm looking to fill it in. We hear that much. Now, I'm already thinking of something to do. Victory. Now, when I'm here, because I'm in the key of A, right, I'm expecting this note, this note here, to take me here. I'm expecting to act exactly like this, a 7-3-6 right now. So let's see if that's what we've got. Victory belongs. Okay, we had half of it. Did y'all hear that? He did. And then he did this. Y'all caught that with me? Run it back real quick. Listen to the bass. Victory belongs to him. That is sweet. That's tough because of the motion of it. Now we need that sweet part. Belongs to him. See if he's hitting the 13 chord. Wait, is that a 13? It's a 9, it says 4. Or the 9. I mean the minor 7. Let's see which one. Oh, he's actually got both of them. Hearing that? This is spread out super. I'm hearing it because it's because that's a tough chord to hit. I don't know if you can see my fingers. I tried to adjust my camera there. You can see how my hand is hanging off of the piano. if I put my hand on the piano like this, notes are in the way. The only way for me to really grab this is to hang off the piano like this. Okay, so we had and then he goes here. Now he is simultaneously hitting. Listen, but he's still he's letting Gavin emphasize that note, but that's up at the top. Okay, we started off with 7-3-6, 7-3, and then going to the 6, we went to the 4, and then the 2. We already know from playing that the 6 and 4 are related, because see how the 6 chord is completely enveloped in the 4. See that? Well, we also know that the 4 chord is completely enveloped in the 2. See that? So he went here, and then he stretched it out further. Beautiful. That's a great substitution for 7-3-6. We'll think about how to apply that in a second. Let's keep going, because we've already starting off on a good note. See, and then he gets juicy. Victory belongs to him. And immediately we need to, you know where we go. Right here, hit the little wheel. Let's slow that down, because he gets heavy really quick. Go back. Okay, so and he's following what the singer is doing. Okay, but what chords is he playing in the left hand? Let's check that. I think we're hitting this chord to end, but let's see if it has 3 notes all the way through. Let's check them. You hear that? Major chord, major chord, major chord, A major, G major, F major, all of them in second inversion. Seeing that? And then he goes on. That's tough. That's tough. We got that F. We need to figure out what's going on. Okay, we got that. And then a little further. I wanted to make sure y'all could hear that. Okay. How does he get us back to A? That's gonna be tough. Ooh. So It's tough to grab that. See how okay. That trill off of his hand. I'm hearing a G chord, but let's get those. Checking really quick there. See, wait. I heard that bass note, but that didn't sound quite right. Okay, so that is right. So he did this was we got that. Oh, and that's right back in. Wow. Let's victory. So, and then we need to go victory. I think that's what we have there. Victory. Let me see. Victory. His hands are incredible. And where did we go? So we did okay. Catch all that? Now I wanna pause because we've been doing this. We've gone out of the key and we're back, and it's a lot there. Okay. We're in A. Well, when I played it in the original key, it goes let's go back to E flat so we can understand where his substitutions are. So we went 4 to 6 because we're in E flat. Major 2 or dominant 2. 5, 1. So 4, 6, and then dominant 2, 5, 1. So in the key of A, we do the same thing. We need 4 to 6. And then we need the 5. So one more time. still hitting this. It's such a weird key to play that A. Okay, now I got it. So if we're in A, that's what we expect. But the first time he did we ended up in the right place. And then we went to the 2 early, and then we went now I gotta go back because oh, and then we went to the C. Oh, that's what we've got so far. So when we did, we had a 7, 3, 4, and then 2, all in A. Then that second time, he came off of the C. Then the G. So C, major 7. See that? Then we have the G. It's not even a dominant chord. It's just a G with a 2 in it. G major chord. And then he jumps to the note that we need. But once he goes here, now look at this. When you're on this G chord, here's where he's making a connection, okay? And it's going to help us figure out what he was thinking for C and G. But that's our melody. He went back into our key, and instead of, so he's on, this is the note he's playing, right? This is the chord that we've got, because he really plays it. All that is in there, okay? The third, here's the root of the chord. This is our 5 chord of the key that we're in. He jumped from, notice how he's got the B in the bass, even though that's a G major chord. Well, then we're really comfortable hearing this B. Puts it up there. And then he hits the chord fully. This is an E dominant because we got that D in there, but we got the rest of it. And then we expect to hear that chord. See, that's why we had to hear what was happening. So we heard the regular dominant, then we heard the dominant of A, sorry. Then we needed, we're temporarily getting ready to lead to the E. E is our dominant. We go here, first inversion as well. This is what normally leads us to the E, and lo and behold, because this is the dominant of the E, he leads us right back to it. But it's a sus4 chord, and then we're ready. Now, I don't know if he's getting ready to hit it or not, but how did he get these other chords in here? Let's look at, what did he do to get those in there? When we hit this chord, we kind of rolled off of this. So he's introducing, we've got a G. We really introduced the G way over here. And then we're here. All these chords are in, we'll see them in the key of C. So he temporarily could have been just thinking in C. And what can put us in that mind? This E, notice how the E is in the C chord, so he's just using that thought and he's harmonizing that E, even though we're still in A. But then this D, both both of those notes are in that one chord. See that? This is the 9, the way he was using it. But then he goes here. This note is in the key. This note is in the key. This is just what's new. But we heard this note, the last chord. So our ear is getting more and more comfortable with it, right? But now he jumps us immediately back into the key. See that? Now we're back in our key because those E's were important, right? Even though he's not playing in the bass, they're important for the key that we're in to put us firmly back in A. And then we can step back out. We're expecting to go somewhere here. So he took us out just for that moment, long enough to get us something new. Now there's another way to look at this C major chord. And it's a nice little thought while we're listening to other people play and transcribing them. He used the chromatic mediant. What is a chromatic mediant? We hear people talk about it every now and then. Chromatic mediant is the third is a third away from the. In this, I need to explain it in reference to one note. So we're in the key of A, okay? He used the chromatic mediants of the note A, okay? Now, with me saying in context of the note A, I can explain what a chromatic mediant is. And in that case, the mediant, obviously mediant means middle, which in musical terms is the third. So in A, this is our third. But the reason it's called a chromatic mediant, so the mediant of A, natural A normally would be the C sharp, okay? That says D flat because that's the enharmonic equivalent. But we're used to C sharp because that's the mediant of the key, okay? Now, the chromatic mediant means the things that are the third away from our chord, or from our note, I'll say it that way, but that are not diatonic. So that means they're not in the key. So I have some choices here. First of all, let's get the notes that are a third away from A. We only have 4 total choices. We've got a C, we've got a C sharp, we've got an F, and we've got an F sharp. This is a minor third, major third. We've got a major, this is ascending, descending. So major third descending, minor third descending. Okay, those are the chromatic medians, all of them. But we need to put the chords with them, okay, for it to make sense. So A major is what we expect to see in the key of C. Now, this was a note I had, so this chord is a chromatic median. If I had the bass on it, let me take off of that. This is a chromatic median, and this is a chromatic median, because neither one of them are diatonic to the key. Now this right here, this chord, the C sharp minor, is in the key, so it is not a chromatic median. It is in the key of A, okay? But look at this chord. Let me take the bass note off so you can tell. C sharp major, also D flat major, is a chromatic median because this note is here in the key, but the rest of the chord, this is not diatonic. So this would be a chromatic median. So we've got 1, 2, and 3, okay? But from A, now let's get our other chords. We have that. That's not in our key, right? And so we still need F. This is not in our key. See that? F and F major and F minor are both chromatic medians. Now watch this. This is the third down, but this is in our key. F sharp minor is the 6th chord in A major. So this is not a chromatic median because it's already a part of the key. F sharp major is a chromatic median. So here's our chords that are chromatic medians. Then we can get back. 1, 2, 3. Then we've got 4, 5, 6. Now, if you're really, really, really paying attention, you see that we've already used 2 of these. We used that one, and we used that one. Both of those are chromatic medians. When he did this, we were right there. We hit that chord. Right. And then we're back. So he's using chords based on the melody note, but he's using chromatic medians. And we already know the chromatic medians are connected because they have relationship to the key we're in already. Let's see. Frankie says your videos are a huge help to those trying to develop as an artist. Thank you. You're welcome, Frankie. We got a lot of stuff we're covering. You know, people don't tell your friends, they are really missing out on this kind of stuff. I mean, it's still on YouTube, but they're really missing out on this content. But knowing about those, and this video is probably really cool because Rodney's probably got his producer hat on, especially when he does tracks like these. So he's playing, but his ability to arrange, if you guys remember, I think it was last year, it was either 2020 or 2019 for the Grammys. Yolanda Adams sang. If you remember that, that was Rodney East arranging and playing behind Yolanda Adams. That whole 8 minutes was absolute glory. Go find it on YouTube when Yolanda Adams sang in the Grammys. She did like 5 songs. That was him, okay? His arranging. Anyway, great band to go along with it. So he's probably thinking more in a producer sense as he's doing stuff like this. But obviously you can use this kind of stuff even just in your regular playing. He's taking melody notes and he's using all kind of tools. Today we just happened to be talking about chromatic medians. There were 6 of them in there. This one just makes a lot of sense. And this one makes a lot of sense. This one has another note that's in our key, so it's nice to use as the melody. If we did, perhaps another one to do chromatic medians from might be the E. So we would need the thirds, and that would still line us up for that C, but not this one. See what I'm saying? This one, and this one are from the E. But let's see. Guess what? Look at there. That's the third, and then this one, and not this one. So that one, and then so the 5, this G, because we saw that chord too. See that? We got all that. So he gave us a taste of chromatic medians off of 2 of them. We might be wondering, where does that chord come from? How did that even relate to anything? Well, it's relating to a note that's already in the key, and especially if you can find a note that is part of that's in the key. You know, we only have 7 that are already there. But when you begin to relate those to notes outside of the key or chords outside of the key, you've opened up your choices, because our original 7 choices, there and there. When we have our original 7 choices, we've only got a few notes. If we only stay in our key, we would always have the same music. But with us being able to expand, include other keys, now we're talking about chromatic medians. That's expanding the whole piano at your fingertips, literally. Now, I don't use chromatic mediums very a lot, so from this lesson, I'm seeing how to use them right along with you guys. I know what the concept is, but it's not something that I play with constantly. So, this would be something for me to look into a little bit more as well. So we got that. That was about a 15-20 minute look. I got in teacher mode instead of transcribing mode here. Let's go back a little bit. We're only a few seconds in. And see, as you're listening to that, you're hearing he's not in the key, but you don't know where he went, okay? Victory belongs. I think I skipped the chord though. I don't remember playing it. Victory belongs. So, and then we went here. So he went to that A first, the one chord, and then 2, but dominant 2. Woo. I'm just trying to see what we did here. Did we go? Okay, so look at this. This is 5. Who's playing their 5 to 1 like this? Let's get that whole little piece there at the end. That's nice. Nice and open. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, and then he's following. So we got that. Now, what is that? A lot of times people ask questions about these single notes and things like that. The key to figuring out and knowing the different runs and licks, or understanding them, not even, because you can learn the notes easily, unless it's too fast to hear. But the key to understanding them is knowing what in the world they are. They're collections of notes. This is a scale. This is a scale we're familiar with. It is the pentatonic scale. It happens to be the A major pentatonic. Look at it. The notes for the A, or the notes for the pentatonic scale in general, are 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Look at it with me. That's 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Now, this is also, if you wanted to choose to look at it in this way, it would also be the minor pentatonic, which is 1. Hold on. Well, no, it's not the minor one, but they're connected. Notice how, well, no, that is the same notes. 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6, or 7. 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. But it's the same notes. See that? It's just the order. Same scale. But he just went backwards. Now, why is that? Why is this helpful? Disclaimer, I am not really good at jazz. I know some of the rules of jazz. One of the things you can always do, and why the pentatonic scale always seemingly works, is watch this. So I played that over the A. I'm just picking them. Oh, sorry. Let's see if it works over this. And then we're back. So why did I just do that? Now, it sounded good over all of them except for the 7. But the reason is the notes that would be dissonant against this would be the 4 and the 7. Incidentally, though, we can play that over. We can play that over the 4, but if we included the 4 in it, we wouldn't be able to play it over everything else. You know, it kind of clashes once you start introducing that. When you leave the 4 out and when you leave the 7 out, that tritone right there, you can play that over every single what am I saying? Every single bass note and probably chord as well. I'm not playing the chords, but anyway, I don't want to take too long with that. We have a question. Cedric is saying, I don't know if I've ever said hi to Cedric before, but Cedric is saying, do you have perfect pitch? This is a good question for transcription, and I got great news for you. I do not have perfect pitch. I have never had perfect pitch. I have really good relative pitch. What does that mean? Perfect pitch is when if you weren't looking and somebody hit this, and you could be standing downstairs, across the street, whatever. If you heard this note, you're not at a piano, and you say, oh, that's an F. It would be the equivalent of being able to look at a crayon and like, oh, okay, that's red. You know, that's perfect pitch. Or hearing the chord, and you're knowing that is F sharp major, and you can probably identify the notes. But I don't have perfect pitch. Relative pitch is if you give me this note and then I hear this, I'm going, oh, let me see. Because this is what I'm doing in my head. I hear the C. I know the scale. I heard the scale. And then you hit this. Then I'm going, okay, that's F. But then we're in this key. And then you hit, okay, that's A. That's A minor. But see, I know the chords in that key. But you hit this, and then you hit this, then you're like, wait, that's something different. So now I got to hear the notes individually and then hear them really fast. And it's like, okay, I hear the A. Oh, that sounds like a major chord. Okay, that's A major. So it might take a split second longer, but the more that you listen to chords and different things, you can hear the sound of them. For instance, a chord that we like to hear a lot of times, this one right here, and this is not in our key, this F sharp 5 sharp 9, in A over to the this is what it would be if we played it in A. Wrong one. Sorry. So I want my 2. We've heard that kind of sound. So this is sharp 5 sharp 9. Well, I know if I hear this sound, this total sound, it's like, okay, it's a sharp 5 sharp 9. If you hit it in the context of A, I'm already thinking, and then it goes to an A, I'm already thinking, oh, that's the dominant chord that's going to lead me to the A. But if, for instance, the one for this one is this, right? This one isn't in the key, but I can tell based on where it went what it is. I still know the sound. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I just have really good relative pitch, and then stuff like this, transcribing, adds more chords like this. This is the same chord. That's why when I learn a chord, oftentimes I want to go ahead and I think I'm saying right, yeah. I want to learn all of them as much as I can, and I'm just, you see I'm going up half steps right now, so it'll be easier for me to find them. It's probably the one we use the most. So once I lock in that sound, I already know what it is. Now if I'm hearing the chord and it's on the E flat, oh, okay, I know how to get to it quick. That's the outer notes. That's the outer notes. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, perfect pitch. Some people say it's a curse because they can also hear like they can hear out of tune instruments, out of tune pianos, out of tune horns, out of tune stringed instruments. So that's awful. I don't hear that because my ear is tuned relative to all music. If it's out of tune, but the rest of it's out of tune with it, I'm just gonna hear it as, oh, that's just, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever I need to hear, I'm gonna hear the relationship between this and this. That's what the relative pitch is. So that's kind of what we've got here. We're 11 seconds in. We've taught a whole lesson on chromatic medians and went way out of the way on this. Oh, we were talking about. Let's get a little more into this. See, and I'm hearing the interval. That's another part of me hearing relatively. It's a thing that's improving. Believe it or not, since I started doing this series in August, my ability to hear certain things, not even certain intervals. I knew all of them before, but the ability to hear certain chords, to hear stuff faster, because I'm literally practicing it every week and on camera on top of that, it has improved greatly. So my hands can get this stuff a lot faster. That's why I'm hoping you guys are joining me every week and playing along with me, you know, even when we're learning about chromatic medians and all that other stuff. Now, what are we hearing right there? And see, that's why I'm going back to get it exactly right. Okay. Then we hit the E up there. No. Is he really? Oh, hold on. We're either in the G major. I'm hearing a major. I feel like I'm hearing this major 7 chord. Oh, see, I'm hearing so. I'm hearing all of that. I'm hearing the major 7, but it sounds like the E is on the bottom, which would make it a minor chord. Let's hear. Okay, so I thought I was hearing the G major, but he made it a little richer in there. Now, we've got E minor. What is he doing with it though? So, wait, let's keep going. Get a phrase. So, trying to make it clean. That's beautiful. Victory mellow. I'm also hearing a resolution. Victory mellow. So. That's important because that's giving us a whole nother thought process. That's beautiful. Okay. We need that. That might be the last little bit. Hold on. like I've said before, these lights that I have, they're hot, so I gotta keep my water. No, the difference between this and this is huge because this gives us our suspension where we can resolve it. See how that says sus4? And then we can resolve it. Just one little difference there. We could play that, but it's not as. And then he went. And then he's doing this big move we're about to do. This. I love that. And we're expecting to go here. But. Because this looks like a 2-5-1 in D, right? But again, he hits us with a chromatic median. This would be the D right here. But this is a third away. See that? This chromatic median is the MVP today. You know, it's winning all the awards. Now I'm playing around. That's beautiful. I want to see if I can play around with that, but I want to get this nice meaty move he's doing here real quick. Victory mellow. And then we need to move. Victory mellow. Okay, let's get one note at a time so it'll be faster instead of trying to get them both. Victory mellow. Now we need the middle note, okay? So he's following the vocal. Okay, so it almost went. Okay, so here's what's cool about this. I often have wondered about these types of moves myself. He follows the vocal, and we think it's this. That's not right. But watch what happens when I separated it. We heard this fine, and we heard that. But then look at how that pairs. We've got these fourths, fourth, and then this last one is a tritone. Well, lo and behold, what does that tritone match to? It's a B7. Well, guess what we were playing right here? Notice it's a B chord in first inversion. So he gets the whole seventh here. This is just genius. See, this is why. Now, there's something happening in the bass because all that was up high and we have nothing to support it. Is it walking down with that? So let's try to get on. Okay, so he's walking all that down. Oh. So one more note? Is it 4 notes? He's. Thank you, Jordan. You see, I'm learning right along with y'all. I'm just showing you. You don't have to be Corey Henry. You don't have to be anybody. You can be you, but you can hear well. You can play well. You can get better right along with everybody. Let's see if I can put that with it. I'm just gonna put that with it. That works out nice, doesn't it? Now I'm going to do it without the. I feel like it's still not low enough, but we got the meat of that. Let's finish the phrase. And see, we just talked about that sharp 5, sharp 9. I heard him hit it, and I heard this, but it's not the whole thing. We don't have the fifth in there because it was open. I heard the space of that chord. Listen. You hear that? Ooh. That's what we have. That's not right. That is sickening. So where did we come from, folks? Oh, I remember. We were here. Oh yeah. And then we had I gotta play it slow. And then we gotta get the rest of the phrase. Wait a minute. See how I missed that note? I'm sorry. So, let's get the notes in the run. He's just matching around. Let's make sure I got it right. Gotta get it right. So the notes are right. The timing is way off. Something like that. Now, let me give you that little piece because I know how to do that now. Well, he didn't do it exactly like this, but here's one for you. We're on that 6. 4, 5, 6. If you're having those little moves like that, and I like this, if I were playing the chord like that F sharp minor, and I have my bass like this, off of this middle third, watch this. Roll into this. See this? So fast it will be. We're hitting that. Go back. It's happening so fast it just sounds like a little. See that? He didn't hit that exactly. He hit something very similar. He might have just went there. But if you want extra juice, right? See, it's already nice. It belongs to him. Y'all, this is Kansas City. It's not a game. I gotta hear all of that again. And Rodney's fingers for being able to even pull all of that off. Go listen to this track. Go right now. After this video, you can subscribe here, and then go subscribe to Rodney East because you're gonna hear some incredible stuff. You might get surprised another time or two. We only did about 17 seconds, but we learned a lot about chromatic medians. We learned how he introduced chords that weren't in the key. With those chromatic medians, we learned about the pentatonic scale, major and minor. in this case, and he did it. That run we just did. All of that again, pentatonic minor. That's what I was talking about. It's so versatile. So we did some all out teaching over 17 seconds of music. If you weren't here, share it with your friends. If they need to know something about chromatic medians, how to figure them out, we did it. Go ahead. You got some meat in this one here. Some hardcore teaching instead of just transcription. Anyway, you guys join me next week, same time, 8 p.m. Central, here on a Monday. We're coming every week. This is week number, I believe it's 20. It's week 20. I can't even see my own label for this. I should have pulled up my YouTube, huh? Oh well, I think it's week 20. We are halfway through this transcription series. We've been doing a 40 for 40 since my 40th birthday in August, and we are halfway through here in January. We got 20 more episodes. It's going to keep getting better and better. I try to get through full songs, but, sometimes we got to stop and we got to learn just like we did today. So you guys take care. Have a great week. Take this, play it, learn it, work through it. Come back next week. We'll be ready again. Take care.